Morning guys, another quick video for you today. I'm going to answer a question from DGB253. He asked about the overcab bed and how I get on with it and how is it any good and what my thoughts are on it really. First off, I want to say that in the heat that we've had, I mean I was in this last summer and I was alright. I didn't have all my little gadgets that helped me cool down then, but I dealt with it. But it wasn't as hot as it was this summer. This summer has been exceptionally hot, and I will say first off, straight off the bat, is I sleep during the day because I'm a night driver, so at the night time it is a bit cooler, but even when we've had that hot weather it's still 20-22 degrees sometimes, some nights. So it's very muggy and very, hot and humid, and obviously heat rises, so sleeping up in the top bunk up there in that hot weather really isn't feasible, and I just didn't sleep up there. So what I do in the summer, or what I have been doing this summer, should I say, is sleeping down here, making this as a single, very adequate single. As you can see, I'm not exactly a small guy, and I sleep perfectly fine on there. I mean, I'm 5'10", so obviously I'm not probably right at the back. I'm probably not right at the back yet, and I'm 5'10", but then down, so, and I don't know if anyone sleeps proper straight legged, but I don't. So sleeping here during the summer, because it's cooler, you're lowered down. I mean, as you can see right there, I've got a fan there, and I've got a fan there. And then I can have a few fans here if I want, aiming at me. Now, when it comes to the actual overhead bed, the overcab bed, let me show you what I've got. That's the mattress that come with it. The people that previously owned it have never ever used it. They never went up here, they just used it for storage. They're an elderly couple, so they weren't going to go up and down the ladder, which I'll talk about that in a minute. So yeah, we've got that. That's got a sheet over it, and then I've got another sheet, and on top of that I've got a Silent Night memory foam topper. I think that's 5 centimeters, 6 centimeters, something like that. And that's got its own protector, and then I've got a sheet over the whole bed. And then obviously up here, it's a fair size. It's a full size double. That's just my duvet at the moment because my pillows are down on the single down there, but it's a full size double. Obviously the further back you go, the more it curves. So whoever's over, if there was two people up here, like a couple, the smaller person would want to go over to that side because the headroom does diminish as you go further back. So here it's quite tall. I'm going to get the tape measure out in a moment, and it's fine. I mean, I've only clunked my head maybe 2-3 times in the 15-16 months I've been in it. So it's no real problem, and it is a nice big area for one person. Just for me, it is a nice big area, and pretty simple bed. It does go up and down like on the gas struts. You can just lift this up, so there's more headroom. There's more headroom to then get into the driving seat and the passenger seat. But I used to lift it up and down every night, but now again, it's just ease. I just can't be bothered. I just leave it where it is. It doesn't bother me. I know I've got a duck on my head there, but I thought I'd just measure. So from the top there, let me just have a look. I'm not the best at this, so bear with me. It's gonna be about, well, that says 20, so put another inch or so on that because of the actual, I'm gonna put another 2 on that, so 22 inches there, and then it gradually goes back. So yeah, about 22 inches, 23 inches tall there with the topper. One other thing I do want to show you is obviously me being a bigger guy. When I was on it, I didn't have the topper at the time when I done this. I just had the mattress, and I could feel the slats through, like, on my back. So I got 2 pieces of 12mm, it is 12mm wood, cut it in half and slid it all the way over. So then that just spreads my weight across the whole lot, not just on one slat, you know. And then I drilled a couple of holes in, put a few zip ties in there, so then I can, when it slides, I can pull it backwards and forwards. Right, so I'm going to jump up here, show you how I get up the ladder and that. I'm not exactly athletic or anything like that, so it's not going to look the best, but obviously this is just me. You can see the size of me, you know I'm a big guy. Getting up and down the bunk, I don't find it any problems. Yeah, straight up, as you can see, there's not much to it. Once you're up, you're up. It's all safe and sturdy. You can see my headroom. I'm on my elbow, sitting on my elbow. Obviously the memory foam mattress does press down a bit, so it does sink a bit, so, but I can sit on my elbow here. Don't know what I would, but you know, I'm just an inch from the top. Obviously I'll be laying back a lot further, but you can see if I was laying back all the way, I've got quite a distance, even with that, even with my timber. Getting up, yeah, I mean, I've done it a couple of times when I've clunked my head, but you know, once or twice, then you soon get used to it. So, I mean, for me, 9 times out of 10, it's just me up here on the road. If it was a couple that was getting a motorhome and they're thinking about the overcab bed, I mean, depends if you're full timing. If you're going to be full timing with a couple in an overcab bed, that might get a bit tedious, because the person that's over this side, they may want to go pee, go to the toilet in the night. They got to clamber over the person that's here to then get out, which will be a bit of a ball ache. Me, it's just, if it's just one person, then yeah, you just jump down straight to the toilet, no problem, you back up again. I do think it'll be a bit cramped up here, in my honest opinion, if there was 2 people up here full time for a little camping trip, maybe, you know, a week, 2 weeks away. You know, it's not forever, so then you could deal with it. And don't get me wrong, I mean, I could be completely wrong. There could be many people out there that live full time up in an overcab bed, perfectly fine. It's all down to everyone's preference. I don't think I would personally like it, because I quite like my space. So in that case, if I was travelling with someone full time, I would have a different style motorhome, and I'd have a full size made up bed at the back. The reason I went with the made up bed on the above the cab was because I want a full size bed, always made up, but I don't want it in my living area. I want to maximise my living area, because if you've got a full size bed made up in the motorhome, not above the cab, that's taking a huge amount of space away from your living area, because you can't sit and have dinner up here. You know, if there weren't a bed here, you know, you just can't do that. That's not the way they make the motorhomes. So the back corner or the back end would be the bed, on the majority of them style motorhomes, with a made up bed, and there'll be a garage or something underneath, and then to the side of it there'll be a washroom, which are beautiful motorhomes, don't get me wrong. That would be more suitable to full-timers as a couple, I believe. I just wanted as much living space as possible, but I still wanted a made up bed, so the best solution was bed up here and then my living area down there. So I've always got a full-size bed. I can just jump up here crash out and sleep. I don't have to make a bed. That was one thing I didn't want to do. I didn't want to make a bed every single day. That was going to do my head in, because it's full-time living. I don't want to do that. So that is the bed, the above cab bed.